Hey guys, and welcome to the first career mode of FIFA 16. So yes, the wait is finally over and FIFA 16 is now here. So welcome to the first episode of my Arsenal career mode series, and we're going to start off with the team support and hopefully you guys enjoy the series. Basically, if you guys want to see 2 episodes tomorrow on the Saturday, smash a like on the video, and let's say as soon as we get 2,000 likes on this episode, the next episode will be uploaded to the channel. So I just can't wait to get into this series, and we've got a budget of 50.5 million to spend. Of course, we do need a CDM maybe, and also of course a striker, but I'm looking at the team right now and every player on our starting 11 is going to get a chance to prove themselves. So we're going to start off on legendary, but I've heard from a few people that legendary is actually a lot harder this year, so I might have to move it down to world class. We'll see how we do in pre-season, but if it's too hard, of course I'll move it down to world class. So we're going to start off on 4 minutes. Also moderate as my financial strictness, sterling obviously is my currency, and also we're going to download the latest squads. So that means I've also got Petr Cech as my goalkeeper and all the other transfers that have gone on in the transfer window. And also we're going to go and select our Champions League group, and we're going to go ahead and randomize them and see who's on our group. And we're in Group A, so we've got Barcelona, Shakhtar, and finally Bayer Leverkusen. And finally, we are not going to disable the first transfer window, so we're going to make 1 or 2 new signings in this first transfer window, and of course, it's up to you guys in the comment section down below. And we've been invited to a pre-season tournament. So let's advance to the invites and let's see what teams there is. So we've got the first one here. We've got Real Sociedad and AC Milan. But I think the one that pays the most is the middle one, with obviously Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid. So that looks like the one I want to go with. And we're going to go the middle one with the likes of Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund. So you can see the stadium in the background. It looks absolutely incredible, and there is a training on the left hand side, and I can't wait to see how this team looks. So now time to look at the first team, and we're going to start off with the first and only of our new signings. So it's going to be our goalkeeper Petr Cech, 85 rated and 33 years old. He's experienced, he's won Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues, and definitely the kind of player we need to try and win those kind of things. So he is a great goalkeeper, and I don't really think I'll replace him throughout this series. And also similar with Hector Bellerin. So yes, Debuchy is high rated, but Bellerin, he's one of my favourite Arsenal players, 74 rated and 20 years old. And hopefully I can use the training to get him to like the mid-80s, hopefully, during this series. So I've decided to go over back to pairing of Gabriel and also Lauren Koscielny. Koscielny is, in my opinion, the best defender of the club, and Gabriel for me hasn't really had a chance to prove himself, but hopefully I can use him in this first team, because of course Mesut is another option. But for me, I think Gabriel is the better one. The left back I'm going to start with is going to be Monreal. So he's 80 rated, 29 years old, and I think left back is a position I will slowly look to improve in the future. So I've obviously got Kieran Gibbs, but I've got a few ideas for left backs I'll go for in future seasons. But for now, Nacho is the perfect man for the job. And now moving on to the first of our midfielders, and we're going to start off with Francis Coquelin, a £7 million, and he has got all-round absolutely amazing stats, and he's so important to the Arsenal team. The way he blocks off passes, blocks off shots, a lot of people don't realise how important this guy is to the Arsenal team. So he is the first of our CDMs. So next to him will be Santi Cazorla. He is 85 rated on this game, which I think is +1 from last year. I'm not too sure, but he's moved back into a cam position, and of course he'll be playing next to Coquelin in that CDM. And now moving on to the controversially highest rated player in this Arsenal team. So it's going to be Mesut Ozil, and for me he's an absolute genius. I love the guy, but I can see why people would criticise him for like his work rate, because obviously he looks like he's like not even interested. But for me, he's a fantastic cam, and definitely a player I want to use a lot in this series, because on FIFA 15 I didn't really like using him, but like from what I've seen in the demo with Real Madrid and James Rodriguez, like cams seem a lot more into the game. So players like Iniesta and players like James Rodriguez are a lot more important to your first team. Next up is the Welsh wizard Aaron Ramsey. He's 82 rated, and of course another fantastic player, and I'm hoping to get him to like maybe mid-80s in this series. But he'll definitely be in the first team from the start of this series. And now moving on to Theo Walcott, who will play on the right hand side, and of course he's got incredible pace, and I'm not sure if I might use him as a striker instead of Giroud, but for now I think I'll use him on the wing. And now moving on to the final player of the starting 11, it is of course Alexis Sanchez, and this guy had a fantastic first season at Arsenal. He's got some incredible stats and has also been upgraded +2 since FIFA 15. So he is going to be incredible, and there's no way I'm going to sell him in this series. I've just got a message from the assistant manager, and they have really said to go for a cam. So I've got Cazorla, I've got Ozil. I've got so many great camps to use in that position. So there's no way I want to go for an attacking midfielder. So not really the best of starts for him. So we've got a first scout report as well, which I'll look into in a moment. But I just want to see where the board want me to finish this season. And first of all, they do want me to win the cup this year. So hopefully that's the FA Cup, and definitely something I want to do like Arsenal did in real life. So our first transfer offer of the series, and we're going to start off with Nacho Monreal. And I don't really want to sell any of my left backs until I found a replacement left back. So Leon have offered 8.5 and he's worth 7.5. And to be honest, I'm not really looking to sell him, so we'll reject the offer. And yeah, we're about to move into the first game of the series already. So it's I think 3 or 4 days into the series, and we're up against Seville as the first game. And we've also got Barcelona coming up as well. But first of all, I do want to make an offer for one player, and that's going to be a replacement in the future, hopefully for Santi Cazorla. So it's going to be Sergio Samper. Kind of reminds me of Busquets in real life. And I've watched this guy a lot in real life as well on YouTube and that kind of thing. And this guy looks a real deal. So let's try and snap him up from Barcelona. And obviously link up with Bellerin, who's obviously come from the same club. So we're going to have to wait and find out how much he's worth. So for now, we're going to go ahead and maybe add to shortlist, and also ask my scout to see how good this guy is, because I think he's rated around 70 and gets to like the mid 80s at least. So now time for the first game of the series, and I'm so excited to get into this. But also got a problem going into this one because I've not got either my first or second goalkeeper, because Cech is injured somehow. Like I don't know how he got injured in the first 5 days of the series, and also Ospina's off on international duties. So I've left with this guy who's 55 rated. So I've also had to take out Sanchez, and Welbeck comes in. And let's get into the first game now of the first game in pre-season, and let's hopefully get off to a winning start. So time for the first game, and we're against Seville for the first one. And they've actually got a player that I'm interested in buying, which is Kachawiak. And this is one of the new things into FIFA 16, which is you can see the player debut. So Nzonzi's gone from Stoke, and Kondelli has come in as well. So the guy I'm looking out for is Kachawiak, the CDM from Seville, and maybe a potential player I might go for in the future of this series. Right, here we go. Counter-attack is on. And Ozil's still going, but then taken out by one of the Seville players. And we could have had a chance there, like 3-on-1 maybe. Coquelin finds Cazorla. And Ozil in space. Nearly trying to find Cazorla. That would have been a perfect start to the game. But now we've got to defend from this chance from Seville. They've got a lot of pace going forward. And here goes Kachawiak, the player I'm looking out for. And Monreal just can't bring him down. Ball goes into the middle. It's a poor tackle. And Seville have taken the lead 14 minutes in. Gabriel made a crucial mistake, and Seville have taken the lead. And he goes to Cazorla, still going, he's still going, Cazorla, and like where was the power? But that was the best chance we've had. And here goes Walcott. Can he beat his man? He does. And now can he keep going? Theo Walcott now through on goal, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. We are so close to the goal, getting back in the game. But the goalkeeper's in fantastic form. So now time for the second half, and on come 2 new players. We've got also Chamberlain and also Kieran Gibbs coming on. And we've also got 4 more subs to make in this game. So I love the fact that you can bring on 6 players now. But anyway, let's get into the second half. And we deserve to be in the game, but like it's down to a poor mistake from Gabriel. Right, here goes Coquelin. It's so defensive, but here we go. Bellerin on the ball. Then it goes to Walcott. And now it goes to Oxlade-Chamberlain to shoot. And it's found a way in. Oxlade-Chamberlain with the first goal of the series, a fantastic left-footed shot, and somehow it's beaten the goalkeeper, and we are back in the game. So Walker with a great pass, it finds the Ox, and he finds the back of the net. Now Seville won't have to play part of the bus. Like, it took so long to make an attack there, like about 20 in-game minutes it felt like, and finally we find a way past, and let's not concede. Coquelin doing a great job there. It goes into Ozil, back to Walcott to shoot, and that could be our final chance. Can Walcott get it back, and Seville do get it clear. And there it is, guys. The first game of the FIFA 16 career mode is complete. And we start off with a 1-1 draw. And we played the better game. But of course we made that massive mistake in the first half, which led to us not winning the game. So we are going to make an offer for Sergio Samper. And we're going to go ahead and offer, I think, maybe 2 million to start off with, just to see how much Barcelona do want for the guy. And if they want, say, less under maybe 5 million, I'll probably go ahead and try and buy him, because he'll be a fantastic player for the future and could be our first signing of the series. So a transfer offer for Olivier Giroud, and it's going to come in from Everton. So why the hell would Everton want Giroud, like they've got Lukaku in their team. But anyway, they've offered £16 million, and again, I want to try out every player in the team. And say if the offer was about 25, I'd probably accept it. But I do want to see how good Giroud is on this game, and I'm going to use him for the first season of this career mode. So we've also got an offer for Oxlade-Chamberlain, and coming in from Marseille, and it's 12 million. And again, we'll go ahead and reject the offer because he's a player I definitely want to use in this series. And that's actually going to be the end of this first episode of the FIFA 16 career mode series. So if you do want to see 2 episodes tomorrow, smash a like on the video because I'm absolutely loving this game so far. I just need to use Sanchez and use Petr Cech in the same team as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.